Yo, listen up. I need y'all to stop what y'all doing and go to Thuphora.com and get that new book by Lakey the Kid, Thuphora. And while you at it, cop some merch too. Now, after the fight at Central Park, let us know what was going on between y'all two crews in the hood.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, the Central Park, we was going through different situations every day in the hood, so that was like every day in the life. It was a lot of activity going on. So, we was just outside, we was in the streets hustling, doing what we was doing. And, different things that popped off. It was a crazy situation where the ops tried to come get some get back and they wound up getting at each other. Movie. I'll get into detail maybe later on, but yeah, it was crazy situations going on. So that was like every day. And like I said, we was on a federal indictment at the time. So it was just crazy out there in the streets, you know what I'm saying?
Now, I know you was on the run from a whole Fed indictment, so let the people know how it was the day they came and got you, or if them peoples even came and got you, or did you just turn yourself in? Let us know how that day was for you.
It was a situation where a dude that was affiliated got into it with another dude. The dude got jammed up. He started snitching. He started telling or whatever. It was already a state indictment going on. They was already doing that, which we didn't know. So now when this dude started snitching, that led to the feds coming. I never forget, it was February 14th, 2005. So we in the crib, me and my bros, we chilling, we don't know, but they snatching dudes up all around the projects. Little do we know that we are the focal point of the whole situation. You know what I'm saying? From this dude telling us, they knocked my man's sleeves. So me and Suge in the crib, we about to, make a move. We about to get up out of town. And basically I sent somebody to the store for me. Suge went out, I sent somebody to the store for me to get some food or whatever. But he said something funny to me. This dude, he was on, he was using or whatever. And he said something funny. He's like, yo, I did all I could do for you. I helped y'all, I did what I could do. But that sounded funny. Somebody look out the window. I look out the window. I see the feds coming in the building, and I see a big van parked on the sidewalk. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. So I grabbed all the money I had, raced to the door. I see them coming to the building. I just gotta beat them to the roof. I know I could beat them dudes coming to my building to the roof because I'm on the 4th floor already. I'm worried about beating the next dudes to the roof. So basically, if you're familiar with Queensbridge, the roofs are, connected to each other. Like you could go on one building, go on the roof, come out a whole nother building. So basically, I got to the roof before they did, crossed the roof, got out of there. At the time, I didn't have a phone, so I couldn't call my brother, tell him, don't go back to the crib. The feds is at the crib. I walked all the way from Queens to Brooklyn. Real talk. I went over the Pulaski Bridge, and I'm just thinking. My mind was racing. I'm like, what's going on? So now I'm walked all the way from Queens to Brooklyn, walked. So now I'm like, I forgot how far I walked, but I walked pretty far. I wound up jumping in the cab, going to my father's crib. So me and my father in the crib, watching the news. We see the case on the news. It's shit crazy. So it was just a movie, but I can't give you everything. So he's like, oh my God, I'm thinking my life is like over. I'm like, damn, we on the news. It's crazy. Yeah, we was on the news. It was a movie.
All right, so basically explain to the people how this whole indictment came about and how many people on your team went down in this whole indictment.
I came home into the indictment. Because remember I said previously when I went to the fight with Jimmy Henchman and Nas and Lakey and them, I just came home from a gun charge. So I came home like April of 2005. So the indictment probably started like May to maybe November, December. So I don't know, maybe like a 6-month indictment, like a state indictment. But like I told you previously, when the dude started ratting or whatever, he made it a federal indictment because he got knocked with some hammers. If you a felon get knocked with some hammers, the feds get involved. So now the feds get involved because of his private situation. So he starts snitching and make the whole situation federal because he can't hold water for his own situation. So he make it mad bigger than what it was. And it's a funny situation how he turned out too. Behind that, karma's real. But anyway, so it was like 8 of us that got indicted on that. I just did an interview with Gully TV where I mentioned this. Basically, they named us a dream team or whatever. So they had to put a name, feds, like they want to make a name. If we didn't have a name, they would have called us the 10th Street Boys or whatever. But since these younger dudes with us was called the Dream Team, and they was running around doing whatever they was doing, they just called us the Dream Team or whatever. It's similar to like what happened in Fort Greene, where something happened with the shooting with the police, so they named them the F the Police Crew or whatever. Out the people out in Fort Greene. Shout out to all my Fort Greene people, all the people I was locked up with from the fort. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the homie Squeak out there. Rest in peace to Fly Ty. Shout out to the young man Sosa from out there in Fort Greene, all my Fort Greene people. But yeah, there's a couple of us, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace D Gotti and rest in peace Bantu. Those are 2 of my co-defendants that was on the case. Bantu died He got killed like right before the indictment, right before they came and got us, like December. The feds was watching his funeral. They had the funeral recording us. We didn't even know at the time. Rest in peace, D. Gotti. He was a young boy that was really with the Dream Team situation or whatever. But he came home and called the situation, and rest in peace to him. You know, Bantu from 41st side of 12th Street. You know what I'm saying? Gotti, I think he's from the 41st side of 10th Street, if I ain't mistaken. It was a few more. My brother, my older brother, Suge, he was the head of the joint. A couple of sleeves. It was a few of us. But I left this out, but I said in this other interview, Bantu, when the situation at Central Park, Bantu had an umbrella. He hit one of the dudes with an umbrella because it was raining that day. So when all that situation popped off, he hit one of them dudes that had with an umbrella. Word. Rest in peace, my man Bantu, a.k.a. Thuggers from 41st side of 12th Street.
Now, I know you was involved with the whole Death Row East, but just let the people know how Suge Knight hooked up with Lakey the Kid and pulled you in the whole Death Row East situation.
Yeah, Lake was out here grinding. He was trying to make it happen. They knocked Sue, so we out here trying to figure it out. He thought they wanted him too. I linked with him. We stressed out, moving around, trying to figure out what to do. But come to find out, they wasn't on him, but they was on me though. They really was. But he thought they was on him too. He didn't know. You know what I'm saying? But Lake was moving a little. He was moving very different, so he didn't get wrapped up in that. God bless him. But at the end of the day, they was on us. And, Lake had to make a move. So Lake, he's doing the rap. He rapping. He got connected with some people out on the other side that had some connections with Suge Knight. He connected with Suge Knight, and it was just on from there. They vibe. He was feeling Lake. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, yo, I want the Death Row East thing. Give me that. So Suge was like, yeah. Suge came to New York by himself to mess with us. He went up to the radio with K. Slade talk about it. He said, I'm rolling solo bolo with my dudes. So him and Lake moving, they going to strip clubs, they doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? That's how they got connected. But at the same time, a little after that, he called a situation, so they kind of messed up the situation. Suge got caught up. But yeah, he brought me in. I'm rapping at this time too. So like I previously said, I didn't really get a chance to get on the 41st side. So I'm not going to miss my opportunity to get on this. I'm on the run and all that. I said, I'm going to get it. I'm going to be known at least for something. You know what I'm saying? If I got to go to gym, at least I'm having this music out here. So we did the whole 848 mixtape. First, Lake did Death Row's Back by itself. He did a CD called Death Row's Back. Lake Death Row's Back or whatever. He had a song was blasting on the radio. Flex was blasting the radio off. Death Row's Back. He was rhyming over the Dre beat. Been there, done that. And Flex was blasting it off. Shit out to Flex for that. So he brings me in. So he put together the mob. It was a few dudes we was dealing with. A couple of dudes from the projects. Ruck was on the song Real on QB Finest. He was part of the team. We had Mike DeLorean from Bars and Hugs. He was down with us. We had my man Artillery from Syracuse. I mentioned before was on the cover of the 41st Side album. He was 848 mixtape, the Death Row East 848 mixtape. We had Say Cool out of Jamaica. He from Hollis, Queens. Say Cool. I think that's about it. If I'm not missing nobody. It was me. But from the hood, it was me, Ruck, Mike D. Yeah, that's about it. We was rocking with the 848 mixtape. I shot a couple of videos, you know what I'm saying? We was pushing it.
Now I gotta ask you, being that Suge Knight is a big hip-hop mogul, by him co-signing y'all and giving y'all Death Row East, did that help y'all expand out of New York, and did y'all capitalize off the situation?
Nah, we didn't really get to capitalize off the situation like we could have, because Suge had some other problems with the label or something. I'm only knowing what I'm hearing or reading or whatever. They sued him and he lost the label, so basically that whole shit folded. So we couldn't even do that. But we still rocking, we doing the 848 shit. But you remember, I'm still on a run. So I wound up getting fucking knocked because I would take care of some other shit. I'm on the run for 4 years. All this Death Row, all this time going by. Lake put out an album called Mega in between this. I don't want to miss that out. Lake put out an album called Mega. He fucking did a song with Mr. Cheek, shot a video in the hood. We doing mad stuff. We had it turned up in the city though. Like I said, we had Mr. Cheek from the Lost Boys. Shouts out to him. He was out in the hood. DMX pulled up. Rest in peace. He had all the Rough Riders with him. It was a movie. Rest in peace, DMX. Dope album. I think Lake said he just put it back on Spotify too, so go check that. My Brother's Keeper, Lake and Cormega. It's on Spotify. Yeah, so we went around doing all that or whatever. And I got jabbed up. So we did all this, doing all these videos in the hood. I was at least I was home to experience that, but I wound up getting knocked, jammed up to end of 08. So from 05 to 08, I'm on the run. So when I get arrested, they transport me. I'm in transit for a month, coming from down south to New York. My father passed away when I was in transit, so I couldn't even go to his funeral. Well, I'm in transit, and I got to New York probably like January, end of December. I think January of that year. I got knocked December, got back to New York in January. So now I'm locked up, so I'm fighting. So my bro, I'm talking to the bro, Big Yaz Suit, and he like, yo, tell him. He wound up getting violated. He come in the same house as me. So Soup in there with me. We in the house. So now he like, yo, fight your case. Yo, listen, the dude that was telling, they took his 5K1 back. So they make them drop you off the indictment. So I'm fighting with my lawyer. So I'm fighting, like, listen, I'm going to trial. He like, nah, take this. I'm like, no, ain't nobody. So this is a trumped up case. They basically do it on me. I don't even think they got any drugs they claim I sold, but they threw me in this case just because, you know what I'm saying? But I was in the other things, but I wasn't in for what they were saying I was in there for. So I basically had this Fed case thrown on me from this dude telling. And now I'm in there or whatever. And I wound up only getting 24 months. So that was a blessing. Because the other dude that got caught over in the first place took it to trial, wound up beating in that trial because the dude was lying. He's still in there. Some dudes already came home. A couple of dudes came home. The dude that was telling still in there. He wound up getting more time than everybody. Because they took his 5K1 back. I wound up getting 24 months. I come home. We still rocking. Now we more pushing the gangland. Remember, I said previously, I think we had the Shine shirts on at the Central Park. So remember, we still dealing with Shine. So we gave out free haircuts for the kids back to school. We doing our community work, even like we did with the 41st side. Lake gave a tournament. So Lake always and us, we always gave back to the hood. So now we giving out the free haircuts. Don Alarm brings Russel Simmons. He like, yo, they doing this over here. I'll never forget this. So I see Russel Simmons. He like, yo, I'm bringing Don Alarm. Like, I came to bring him to y'all. I know y'all doing this. So I'm chopping up with Russell, let him know what we doing. Russel Simmons is feeling. He said, I'm going to come down and support. So Russel Simmons comes down to the barbershop. We was giving out the haircuts, took pictures of us and everything. Dope. Russel Simmons, shouts out to him. Queens get the money. Russell came down, supported us. And we was doing the Shine with Def Jam anyway, so it was a dope look. So Russell was down there in Gangland era when we was giving out in 2010 when I came home. Shouts out to Russ. Queens get the money.
Yeah, so we basically touched up on everything. I gave you a chance to get the floor and speak your mind and tell your side of the story. We spoke on Central Park. We spoke on your relationship with Lake, cormega. And you basically filled us in on a lot of things and got your story out there. And you're going to be back on this platform. Definitely, we got some other things we're going to get into on a later note. But let the people know where we can find you at. Give them your Instagram. Tell them what you got going on. Tell them about the book and how they can get all that.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at HBQBK. You know what I'm saying? Once again, that's HBQBK. You can also follow the promotional pages, 848 Global, and the page Thuphora. Shouts out to my peoples, though. Shouts out to my man, 12 Grand. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my man, Top Dog. I'm sleeves on my all over. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. We here repping for y'all. My Brooklyn, BX, down south, wherever. West Coast, Big Bones, GP out there. Shouts out to all the Fort Green. All my peoples all over, man. My man Squeak out there. Everybody, man. Shouts out to y'all, man. West Side Queens, everybody left rack, all my left rack peoples on my south side, north side, Thuphora, baby. Once again, thank you, DVD Era, for just having me on your platform and letting me, tell my truths. And once again, I want to say, just about different things. A lie unchallenged becomes the truth. So we just here just to set the record straight on a couple of things, but we just all about progression, you know what I'm saying, and giving back to our community and things of that nature. I want to give a shout out to Taylor Murphy, you know what I'm saying, all the stuff. Rest in peace, Chicken Free Bam, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Lakey the Kid, you know what I'm saying, my big bro, you know what I'm saying. He put this thing together. He put this book together, Thuphora. You could go get it at dvderatv.com. You know what I'm saying? Log on there. Got a lot of content on there. We got some clothes, some merch you could get. You know what I'm saying? We just did an event with Ice-T. Shouts out to Ice-T out on the West Coast. Came and showed us some love. You know what I'm saying? So we got some more events coming up. So we just work on DVD Era. We outside. And thank you. I'm out. Peace. One love. HB.